It's not a ball. Yeah, he's a volunteer. Oh, okay. And with that, I believe the next person we're going to hand things off to is Randy. Did you want to tell some jokes tonight?
Yes, of course I could if you want me to.
Absolutely.
No, definitely.
All right. Well, you get up
we
here
get,
and make us laugh, please. Jay, give it up.
James Bond.
Hey, Randy.
No, James Bond.
I'll give it a try, but you have to understand that after I tell you the joke, I'll have to kill you.
Well, we won't be the only one who dies on stage then.
That's the truth. You know me. You know, cat boy, girl, cat thing. You know me very well at this point. I'm not doing my best, Sean Connery, but I didn't practice either. But I've been watching a lot of James Bond, and I think that the new James Bond should look like this. He should have a beard and hide things in his beard. Hide things from Q.
Oh, hey, that's great.
That he could kill people with in his beard and pull them out at the last minute and do them in. So, with that, I have some one-liners. Okay. Build a man a fire and he'll be warm for a day. Oh, wait. Mic check. How do I sound? Too loud?
Yeah, you sound fine.
You sound fine.
Oh, that's interesting. You know, SL is so messed up with the teleports lately and everyone crashing that, well, I had my mic down, all the way down. I put it up to try to help a friend from Australia, and I put it up about a quarter of the way, and I just wanted to check to make sure I'm not breaking anyone's eardrums. All right, I'll continue. Sorry about that. Build a man a fire, and he'll be warm for a day. But set a man on fire, and he'll be warm for the rest of his life.
All 2 seconds of it.
10 minutes, 20 minutes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the main reason that Santa is so jolly is because he knows where all the bad girls live.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know, my name is Pavlov. Ring a bell?
Yeah.
Tinderbell.
Thunder. Well, you know what? Thunderballs, I think my favorite Bond movie. Anyway, the trouble with being a leader today is that you cannot be sure whether people are following you or chasing you. It's like being MI6. Oh, but you know, I've learned to be a vegetarian. When I'm feeling wild, I eat animal crackers. You know, it's very difficult to be funny when you're coming down off of drugs. Okay, I don't do drugs anymore because I find I get the same effect just standing up real fast.
You get no.
How long has Bond been around? What, 50 years? I reckon. All right. Incontinence hotline. Can you hold, please? Oh, thinker, I knew you'd like that one. Should we call him M or Q, Catboy? That's got to be Q.
I don't know. I think he's more of an M. I'm the Q because I build gadgets.
All right, we'll give you Q. All right, he's M. Okay. As long as there are tests, there will be prayer in public schools.
Bernard knows that one.
Amen.
Dane in Miami and still knows it. He's still teaching.
That's right. Now, remember this from Braveheart. Always remember to pillage before you burn.
Hey.
Okay.
Otherwise, there's nothing to take with you, is there? All right. The trouble with doing something right the first time is that nobody appreciates how difficult it was. And all of our 00 agents know that by heart. We know that by heart. You know, we give up everything for the Queen and country, and, well, that's what happened. Always remember, you're unique, just like everyone else.
All right.
Now, I found out the lottery is a tax on people who are bad at math.
True.
Aye. When guns are outlawed, only outlaws will accidentally shoot their kids. Now this is a double O. This is a double O. Joke. What do you call it? I'm not good at telling jokes. Double O agents. I'm only good at scripted. We have to read the script. Right. Friends help you move. Real friends help you move bodies. All the double O agents know that for sure. Now be nice to your kids. They're the ones who will be choosing your nursing home. Your conscience is a sign of a bad memory. I'm guilty of that myself, I am. Oh, and for every action there is an equal and opposite criticism.
Yeah.
I see you've driven your mother-in-law to the airport.
Indeed I did. In fact,
literally a good one.
In fact, I have several children. Well, actually, hundreds of children, but I don't attest to any of them. But one said to me one day, "What does your daddy do for a living?" "My daddy's dead." "What did he do before he died?" "Well, he sort of clutched at his chest and fell over." Now, there once was a man who's a double O agent. He went on vacation and he arranged for his mother to stay at his house and take care of his cat. And just to be sure, he asked his next door neighbor if he would look in on them every day to make sure that they were all right. "No problem," said the neighbor. The man flew off to Mexico, and after a couple of days he called the neighbor and asked how things were going. "Well," the neighbor said, "your cat died." "Geez," the guy said, "you have to come right out and tell me like that? Couldn't you have a little more consideration? I'm on vacation. Couldn't you have broken it to me a little more gently? Like, for instance, telling me that the cat was on the roof and then the cat fell off the roof, and maybe the next day telling me that he had taken the cat to the vet like that? Not telling me all at once. Boom, all at once. By the way, how's me mom doing?" "Well," said the neighbor, "she went up on the roof." Well, a double O female agent dies and goes to heaven, and St. Peter takes her on a tour of heaven. They pass a pit where there are people gnashing their teeth and wailing, and the woman says, "Who's down there?" St. Peter says, "Oh, those are the Catholics who ate meat on Fridays." They walk a little further along, and there's another pit with more moaning and wailing, and she says, "Okay, who's down there?"
Right.
St. Peter answers, "Those are the Baptists who went to dances." A little further along, there's another pit, and people down there are again gnashing their teeth and crying and ripping their garments, and she says, "And those people?" And St. Peter says, "Those are the Episcopalians who ate their salads with their dessert forks."
Every one of them.
All right. Now, there were two agents, Brett Favre and Randall Cunningham. They die in the course of their duty to the Queen. Go to heaven. After Brett enters the pearly gates, God takes him on a tour. He shows him a little 2-bedroom house with a faded Packers banner hanging from the front porch and says, "This is your house, Brett. You know, most people don't get their own houses up here." Avery looks at the house, then turns around and looks at the one sitting on top of the hill. It's a huge 2-story mansion, Minnesota flags lining both sides of the sidewalk, and a huge Vikings banner hanging between the marble columns. Avery says, "Hey, how come I get this little 2-bedroom house and Cunningham gets a huge mansion?" God says, "That's not Cunningham's house, that's mine." If you are what you eat, I'm dead meat. Middle age is having a choice of two temptations and choosing the one that will get you home earlier. Oh, think you and me are in the same tune, aren't we?
Yes.
As a 00 agent, I've seen it all, done it all. Can't remember most of it at this point in time.